AI is like a karaoke machine. You still need your voice to make that song yours. Have you ever thought about doing content for your website, for your emails, for anything in your business, any marketing whatsoever using AI, and you've used it and you're really disappointed in the results that you got? It was obvious it was AI. There are some really big giveaways out there. One of them are the M dashes. I'm really sorry if you were a writer who used to use those. They made a lot of sense in what you were writing. You have to quit using them because AI uses them excessively, and it's a dead giveaway. So just quit using them. Use a comma, use a period, start a new sentence, whatever you have to do. Get all of those out of there. The other big thing that people complain about is, "This doesn't really sound like me. It just sounds like AI." There's a lot of, say, trite phrases, catchphrases that AI uses, things that you just wouldn't normally say. In fact, there's a word floating around now that I had never heard before ChatGPT came out, and that is bespoke. I had to actually look it up and see what it meant. I don't use that in anything. If I see that in writing, I know 100% AI wrote that. And there's a lot of words like that. To get AI to sound like you need to train whatever program you're using. So my main one is ChatGPT. Yours could be Claude, it could be Gemini, and there's different reasons for using different ones. But whatever your main one is, you have to tell it how you talk. Tell it how you write. And people get really confused on this, and they end up using AI to figure out how they talk and write, which then doesn't really sound like how they talk and write. See the loop there? So, what I suggest you do is that you actually use some older articles that you've written, some older blog posts, maybe some older videos that you've done. And you're thinking, Dottie, I haven't written an article. I don't do video. I don't know what to say here. Then, in that case, find someone, and I'm not talking famous people, but someone whose communication style vibes with yours. If you are a really casual person, you don't want your writing to come across as super high tech or super formal. You want it to be casual. So find someone who has written articles like you would write them or better than you would write them, but it vibes with who you are. And use those to train your AI program. I've uploaded a lot of videos. I have described how I talk to AI. I've told it different phrases that I use in my business. I've described my ideal client. I have all of my packages and items that I sell in there. I've used the content on my website. It's like I have this huge, long document that I put in a Google Doc. I'm adding to it all the time as I think of other things. I even have those tests that you might have taken in the past that tell you what your personality is. They tell you what types of people that you will vibe well with. There's 3 or 4 specific tests out there that you can take, and it gives you results. I've taken those results and put them in my document so that I have a huge document that's all about me, my experience, who I am, how I like to talk, all of that stuff. And when I'm creating content for my business, I upload that document so that whatever system I'm using can then create the article in my voice. So that's how you get AI to actually sound, look, read more like who you are so that you can crank out content much quicker. So I tell you, do a blog post a week. Why don't you sit down on a Sunday or a Saturday or an evening or whenever and do 10 of them? And then put them into your system and post date them out to one time a week so that you're consistently coming out with content every Monday at 8 a.m., every Wednesday at 10, every Tuesday at noon, whatever it is. Be consistent about it. And that is how you get not only AI to sound like you, but also increase your visibility on the internet, in search engines, and in AI-based searches like ChatGPT when people are using that to find their information.